And we are back. Alright, welcome guys to Quasi Games. This is your CTO, Eddie Tia, back again with another dev vlog. And as you guys know, I've been programming this project for a while now, and I'm continuously working on it. And as you can see here, all of these are a bunch of files, and most of them are scripts and stuff like that. And pretty much I've been working on this, and recently I've been working on that's what we're going to be talking about now. So let's get started. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the roots, or pretty much our promises. If you go to the Steam page, you'll see a bunch of stuff that we promised, and some of the important stuff was combat, and also we talk about our own take on how to design the game as an MMO action combat in relation to other popular games combat styles. So as you can see here, I've been testing. This is the auto part, the back end pretty much of the project, and as you can see, there are billions of scripts here, and these are like about 1,000 lines of code for the most part here. Well, probably more than 1,000 lines of code, and these are the things that I'm managing. So if you are wondering why is the development, why does MMOs or game development take so long, it's because a bunch of programmers, or in my case a single programmer, is handling this amount of data. Alright, so I just want to go over this because I have a feeling that most of you guys, some people might be impatient, or getting a little bit, feeling a little bit worried about the development. Just know that everything is going well. It's just it's a lot of things that we are making sure that it goes well, so that we can release this as soon as possible. With that said, what else? Alright, let's review what I've just built. Somebody worked on the one of the recruits that we had work on the tooltip, and he did a decent job, and then I used that idea to integrate our tooltip into the game, and so we now have a decent tooltip. It's not the best, but we have a decent strategy, a decent template in a sense to run off of, and then I'm going to review that as well. So let's launch this. Alright, so because I'm recording and a lot of stuff are running, I'm not gonna load 2 instances. It's just gonna be too much. So we're gonna go here. Well, let's look at the tooltip. It's not the best right now, and as you can see, I'm working on equipping items and just reviewing them pretty much. And these here are inventory items that just been added, and some of them have the tooltips and stuff like that. So as you can see here, there's the name of the atom, and then you have stuff like weight of the atom. So we are going a little bit old school. You have normal weight in this case, which is like lightweight or easy to carry. and then we have heavyweight item. And as you can see, the tooltip is not like perfect. This is something I'm working on. Like the information is something that will be imported. But right now these are just examples or test in case. All right, you have heavy, and then you have the normal weight axe. All right, so that's gonna play a huge role in the future with like movement speed and stuff like that, or attack speed and stuff like that. So those are like old school things that we still want to stay true to, and you can obviously pick up axe and stuff. All right, so that's two tips for inventory. We also have two tips testing or setup happening here. And one thing you want to notice here is we have stands. These are like the 5S. I mean, well, the stance is either standing or crouching. So that should give you a hint of what we're going to implement. There are going to be stealth missions where you can group up and you guys can go to the other castles, and you guys can do like Metal Gear, as a something gear, where the main character is called Snake or something like that, right? You guys can do that type of. You guys won't go into stealth like invisible, but you guys can do a stealth mission like that, where like you can crouch and like move around or sneak onto enemies and stuff like that. So these are like stances that you'll be in. All right, and then we have targets, right? You guys know this. It's an action and tab targeting system. All right, so we had to design a way for you guys to be able to target without like relying on reticle and stuff like that. So we have a programmed way to target that is easy for combat, for fluid combat in the project. So we have arrow keys. Okay, you can click your ability, and while it's channeling in the action builder, we already show you guys the action builder. If you move, the icon will disappear. So this here, this is the action builder, the action table, and this is the action builder thing here. As this thing start to fill up, you'll be able to cancel your abilities during that time. You'll be able to stack more combo action into that ability before it get processed, and that's what the action builder is made for. It's meant to allow you to build your overall action. So we'll go back here, and so you have the arrow keys, and so we're going to slow the action builder down somewhat with like some abilities, so that you can be able to click arrows and stuff like that, and that would target a specific part. We hope that this is not like difficult for people. So you have if you were to aim up with the arrow key, that would be the upper part of the target, and you aim down, that will be around like the chest. Each of these abilities have their specific target area, and some of them do not have add-on targeting. So you will only be targeting one target, one area in a sense. In this case, it's like the head area and stuff like that. And then there's the tooltips and things like that being added and whatnot. All right, there will be more abilities added to here. The next ability types will be like native innate abilities. Like if you're barbarian, there will be a specific barbarian type abilities and stuff like that that will be added here. And these, as you can see, we have these little ranking area or whatever. These are trainable stages, right, where you can use in your equipment. You will be able to train these abilities, and you can lose experience in the training regions and stuff like that. And yeah, basically So with that said, we also I also been trying to add in the objects, right, to the character so that you can equip and unequip. I mean, yeah, stuff like that. So this year, so it's probably like the only thing that works, pretty much, the only icons pretty much that work. All right, so most of these animations, right? You guys know we have the right hand and left hand action, uh, and these also play a role in targeting, right? I should go back and show you guys. All right, so one thing with the UI, if you move the UI like out like this, you might have a little bit of problem. Like sometimes the UI might cover the entire screen, the entire ability, and you might not be able to take it. So make sure that you can like move it to the center, and then you'll be able to target it and stuff and take it. All right. Anyways, here, yeah, in a tooltip. Hold on, what was I trying to do? So I opened the inventory. I said, there's the icon that works. And I totally forgot what I was trying to say. Targeting. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna exit this as I've been programming too much. Anyway, so we will we will now try to equip the item. All right, so yeah, with targeting like the hands and stuff. All right, so uh, that I got the idea from. I mean, I got the memory thingy from here from looking at this. Anyway, so you have right hand and left hand, right? So if you go back into the abilities, right, you'll notice that it has passive aiming. So basically, if you were to equip the item in your right hand, for example, it will be aiming the right side, and then if you equip it in your left hand and stuff like that, so basically the hand that you have the item equipped in will also determine like where you are targeting. So if the target has like 50% remaining hit point, but it's like, I mean, if the target has, well, if it's like in their arm or something like that, I mean, if you target the head, it might be an instant kill, like if it goes down to zero and stuff like that. But if the target is using their, if they are equipped, their item is equipped in their right hand, and you actually don't hit that side because you don't have the your item equipped in the exact hand that is supposed to target that spot, the target might be able to do full damage to you because that hand is healthy and is doing like full damage. And we might actually make those limbs disappear and stuff like that. This is not really a child project, like a child game. We actually changed it. We actually have a rating on it, so there might be like, we already talked about this like a long time ago, guys. We said there will be like lame dismemberment and stuff like that in the game. So it's a game, guys. It's not like anything serious, but like kids can play. It's like, anyways, it's not anything serious. It's just it's gonna disappear and that's it. There won't be like gushing, like it's not gonna be crazy. All right, um, so that's that, and let's go to equipment again. All right, so you guys know with the equipment, as you guys can see here, we also have these slots and stuff added, like the icons and stuff, like testing, right? Your character will have different enchantments, right? The enchantments and then runes, and then utilities left for like pets if there's the gear type or the body part type is a part that can hold a pet, enchantment or runes or whatever. So you have that in there, and then you have the basic stuff. If you play on MMO before, you should know what these are. And then you have left foot, right foot, and stuff in there. And now I'm gonna show you, well, let me show you the item equip. Right, you click on the item here, and you go to left hand because that's the one we have animations for right now, as you guys could have seen, like with the earlier updates about abilities and stuff. We said one side is being done, like left hands is being done right now, and then right hand will be done later. Alright, so right now, as you can see here, we have the item equip. Alright, due to the team size and things like that, we do not have a bunch of models. Uh, so, uh, like, so, like, so, uh, like the also the progression is gonna be horizontal. It's not a vertical, so it's not like getting items because they look different. You're gonna be trying to get items because of the stats, and that also gonna be influenced by when you actually um, craft these items, right? So as you can see, the time or the theme, the skylife theme of the world actually changes. So if I were to craft this axe around this time, right, in the red sky theme, the item stats will be buffed because this year is a danger zone, danger timer, or danger theme or whatever. And depending on the item type that I equip, uh, depending on these stats here, let me see. Go to chapters. All right, if I were to do the skylight, this is red sky, for example. If I were to craft this stuff around like this time, right? Depending on the time that I craft the item and stuff, and this time really is influenced by the server. So I mean, there's like a. All right, this is not something to like deter or make anybody feel bad about like the design or whatever. This is just me being a bit nerdy here. It's a latency thing where like you could craft this around like around this time, and then if they hit the server late, right, the server could say, oh, it is actually another time, right? So that's why I wanted to mention. It's like a client like sending rate and stuff like that. That's it's I'm just going off the rails with this, but pretty much as you can see here, the stats will change depending on the time that you craft the item. And then you have heavy and stuff like that. These here are just visual progression, right? You have like different art, pretty much NFTs, um, and stuff like that. Well, these are not really NFTs. The NFTs are on the site, and that's why you have to use the platform to actually get the base NFTs, and that will be used to get these base items and stuff like that. And as you can see down here, right, you can combine these base items and one item or some, get the result or something like that. And the NFTs, the rank may change, and the background color like changes to show the various rank and stuff. And yeah, so a rare might be like a bunch of normal and one rare item. Oh, I'm not sure. A bunch of normals to craft, and yeah, to get the rare. And then you use two normals to get a base rare NFT, and that base rare NFT added to two normal NFTs give you the base item here for your usage in the project. So that, I hope that clarifies everything. So these here are like NFTs, base NFTs, right? All of these are base NFTs, and then this is the actual item that you get and stuff like that. So when I say visual progression, I just mean the art or the visuals of the item may change and stuff like that. And as you guys, as I've already said earlier, due to size and stuff, the models we have to limit them. But there are enough models here for you to be able to like swap and items and like just visually be pleased or whatever. Um, but yeah, so when it comes to stats, right, it's a horizontal progression system. It's not vertical. Vertical meaning like if you were to have a legendary, it will have more or better stats than an epic or a rare, right? That's what I mean. But yeah, basically you equip the item and you can cast your abilities and stuff like that. And then we have the at will, right? These 5 and 6. Well, five. Let's see. I mean, no, 1 and 2. These are the at will here, and these here, as you use them, they will be able to. Let me just show you guys the what I wanted to show you guys. So we're gonna switch to the barbarian here because the barbarian is the one that I use, the trade that I use to actually test this thing. And there are noticeable incomplete parts. All right, so I just want to let you know. So we will switch to the barbarian, wait for the server to respond with the acceptance and stuff, and we just want to make sure. All right, we'll go here, and for this barbarian, oh, I actually disabled that that action. Anyways, I'm probably gonna have to rebuild this. We'll have to rebuild it. Alright, let's go into the scripts here. We'll go into barbarian class and we're gonna alright, we'll enable this real quick. Alright, there are gonna be noises and it's gonna be bugging with the UI. Yeah. I wonder if I can solve that. Let's see. Oh, it's a lot of stuff. So one. Alright, let's ignore these. Alright, let the bug can be there. It's not hard to fix it. It's just I'll have to go and find this part. And did I click build? No, I click save. Now I can click build and run. Alright, so this is what's happening, guys. We are building, we are testing, we are working on it, and then building again, and testing, and then working on it. Alright, we're gonna log in. That build was fast. We are going to log in and check for update. Done. Connect. Alright, we now have the bug, but we have the part I want to show you guys with the action builder and everything. Alright, so if I click here, we have the barbarian, and I can stack this damage, and then once the like the stacking, the combo is over, the action builder is done building the action, that will be processed, and then we can get the result. So you can just click one time, cast, and then there will be an additional cast after that, and that will be it for the ability. Or you could stack it up, cast, and then cast some more, cast some more, cast some more, and then the final cast will execute with all of that burst damage working together. Now the stacking part, the combo stacking, this also plays a huge role with some life skill activities. In like if you were to go fishing, for example, some people might just cast and just wait for the result, or you could increase your chance by recasting the ability, and it will play the animations and stuff like that to, well, I'm pretty much trying to put this together, but we are going to think of new ways to add this, to integrate more system with this combo stacking system. All right, so this here is action, but you can also add it to tab, right? We can also add it to tab, and yeah, so when you use your basic, your at will, right, something that will be happening is that as you cast, you will have energy buildup. All right, this here I think is the rage meter for barbarians and stuff. So as you hit and stuff like that, you will get those stacks build up. For monk, these are like combo points and stuff, and I think for rogues too or something like that. Maybe it's only gonna be for the monk, but yeah. So your abilities will use a little bit of mana, and this is where the training system comes into play, because once you master the skill, for example, you won't really be using that much mana, but yeah, so you will drain your mana, and using basic ability will try to recharge those, and also, right, to train your abilities, your basic cast, right, your at will ability cast plays a role in that, because the item that you use will train a specific type of abilities, and then in order for you to use the item, you obviously have to cast it, right? So that will be with the at will, uh, and then that part is also important, because as you recast like this, right, you are stacking up, right? So the more attack speed you have, and you are able to stack up your combo charges before your final attack, that will play a huge role in like in how much training you can training progression you can add to your abilities, in a sense, right? So you're casting this a lot, it means you have a lot of action going on, right? And when we check that on the in the matrix or whatever, using your stats, we will be able to increase the value that you get from using these combos and stuff like that. So it might seem like a lot, but it's just basic logic, and just looking at number, and like doing if statement and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, so the website, you guys have actually seen it. We have, if you haven't, go ahead and make an account. If you run into a problem, you can probably like inspect the page. Right click and try to inspect the page. There might be console log or something like that to help you out, but for the most part, you should, once you load the page, you need to wait a little bit. That page is a progressive web app. If you guys don't know what progressive web app is, pretty much a mobile app and a desktop app at the same time. And progressive web app allows you to catch data, do secure HTTPS type of messagings and stuff. It kind of like ensures that, and it pretty much, I don't know, it's a good thing. It was a lot difficult for developers to use, so that's why it's not that popular right now. And yeah, it just got put on its side, because when it was released, developers were complaining that it was just too difficult, so it got put on its side. But anyways, that's what PWA is, Progressive Web App, and that's what that page is. And I could just add a delay, like a loading screen or whatever, to make you guys wait until the page actually initializes itself and the PWA actually it actually initialized before I let you to log in, but pretty much you have to wait a little bit before you can log in. Anyway, if you haven't, try to make an account. Your name should not be too long, maybe like longer than 10 characters or something like that. And then you have to link it with the backend AI that we have, or the protocol, AI protocol. And once you do that, you can create an account and then you can log in and stuff like that. Or you can use this application here to create your account. And obviously I didn't show you guys this, but you can pretty much walk when you're casting these abilities. You cast and walk. It looks weird. Obviously you're not supposed to be walking and casting, but a lot of people want this, so that's why we decided to add it. And you can run around and like, that's what people like. I'm not sure why, but that's what people like. And so we added that. So that's for at will. You can run around and do that. And yeah, so all right, that's enough, guys. I'm gonna now end this recording here. Go ahead and list the project. um, yeah, pretty much this is our first project, and so the success gonna pretty much affect what we decide to do next and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the bug. If you click, it doesn't know if you have like the window, I mean the menu open and stuff like that. Anyways, we need you guys to share this project, wishlist it, and just be patient as we work on it and stuff like that. So that's all I gotta say. Thank you and bye bye.